Yo! Welcome back to Comic Talk. Today, we're gonna be discussing top 10 characters who could defeat Michael Myers. Now, we're gonna be discussing just the last two films and the first film, which those are canon. So, any of the other films, we're not gonna be talking about that Michael Myers. But the last two Halloween films and the first Halloween film, that's the ones we are going to be talking about today. And that's the Michael Myers we're going to be discussing today. And all the characters who could defeat Michael Myers. Obviously, these are a lot of them, I think, are comic book characters. I think two of them have been in comic books. So, without further ado, my top 10 characters who could defeat Michael Myers. Before we get to that, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below what are your top 10 characters who you think could beat Michael Myers. Let me know in the comment sections below. Make sure to like this video if you haven't already. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at talk.comic for exclusive content on there. Make sure to follow me there. We're going to be making a lot of more videos on there. So make sure to go follow me there. All right. Starting off with number 10. Green Arrow. Otherwise known as Oliver Queen. Okay, so we're just going to be discussing... I'm not going to go into full detail on every character. I'm not going to be, this is a history of every character. So if you want me to do a history of every character, let me know in the comment section below. But we're just going to go just a few stuff about each character and why I believe they could defeat Michael Myers. First off, Green Arrow. Great at hand-to-hand combat. Has a lot of arrows that can actually stop Michael Myers. Including explosive arrow, tranquilizer arrow, tracking arrow, cryonic arrow, which basically he shoots and it freezes whatever person their feet and stuff like that, so stop Michael Myers in his tracks. Green Arrow is very good at hand-to-hand combat. I believe that Michael Myers has never really gone up against someone who actually knows how to fight, who actually is trained, and fought somebody from a long distance. Like, all of his kills are very close up. And Green Arrow is very known for being a distance fighter with all his arrows, all his trick arrows, and just his regular arrows. But even if comes up to hand-to-hand combat, I believe Green Arrow has the capabilities to take down Michael Myers. And yeah, so I think Arrow basically just the distance, in my opinion, would actually be a benefit for Green Arrow. And he could just fight Michael Myers from a distance. And in tracking arrows, you could probably maybe put a tracking arrow and find out, because Michael Myers likes to hide and disappear and do sneak attacks. So I think from a distance, and if he has a tracking arrow, there's a lot of things that Michael Myers can do. All right, coming in at number 9, Captain America, Steve Rogers. Steve Rogers, again, a trained fighter, a super soldier. So I believe that Captain America and Michael Myers has about the same amount of strength. And because Michael Myers has known to have like superhuman strength. I don't think he's a regular human, to be honest. He's not a regular human. The stuff that he's been able to come back from and the stuff that he's been able to do, he's superhuman strength. But again, he's not a trained fighter. He just uses brute force, which I guess from someone who's untrained and someone who is actually just so much bigger than everybody else and so much stronger than anybody else, he's going to blow through just regular people like crazy. And no one has ever stopped him, except for like Laurie Strode, who's actually done a little bit of training and has actually done some damage to Michael Myers. Other than that, but I think Captain America, again, he's a trained fighter, super soldier, so he has the strength to deal with Michael Myers, I believe. Again, some of his ability, superhuman agility, superhuman stamina, superhuman durability, superhuman reflexes, superhuman strength, And again, I don't think Michael Myers can actually handle someone who's actually the same strength as them, same strength as him, and who can actually fight. So I don't even need to bring the Shield into this. But again, the Shield is like icing on top. So other than that, I don't think Michael Myers can deal with Captain America. Just his same strength and basically actually a trained fighter. Coming in at number 8 is the Punisher, Frank Castle. Man, oh man, this guy is a savage. If you've ever seen any of his movies, any of his, if you've seen the Netflix series on Netflix, I think it's on Disney Plus and right now. Punisher is a savage. Trained in the army, I think he like Green Beret or something like that. Again, great hand-to-hand combat. Great marksman. Again, from a distance, he can fight from a distance with a lot of guns. Tactics, military training, proficiency in most weapons, and just his will alone, like just the amount of damage that he can take, just like Michael Myers can take. Frank Castle, I think, he doesn't have any powers, but military training, his will, like he could just bomb through just I don't know how many people with just if you've seen the Netflix series, I think season 1 or season 2, where he's in the prison and everybody's trying to kill him, and he's so well trained that he kills like almost all the prisoners on his block with just like he doesn't have anything, and he uses one of the other guys' shivs against them, and he basically takes out everybody, and he's just a savage. And just his will alone, the amount of damage that he could take and just keep going. All right, coming in at number 7, one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time, Blade. Blade is basically a vampire. He has all the abilities of a vampire, but none of the weaknesses of a vampire. So he's not allergic to silver, not allergic to garlic, not allergic to the sun. He can go on the sun. They call him the Daywalker for a reason. So he basically has all the capabilities of a regular vampire without all the weaknesses of a vampire. So he basically has superhuman strength, superhuman speed, actually very well versed in hand-to-hand combat, has an array of weapons. He deals with vampires on the regular, killing vampires on the regular. And I think it's probably easier to kill Michael Myers than it is to kill a vampire, which vampires have way more abilities than Michael Myers, and Blade is killing them left and right. Like, yeah, again, it's harder to kill a vampire than it is to kill Michael Myers. Like, I think you probably just cut his head off, you'll be good. Again, we're just talking about the last 2 movies and the first movie. I know there's a movie where they cut off his head and he still keeps going. That is not canon in the movies that I'm talking about. Coming in at number 6, the Predator. Most specifically, just like the first movie, The Predator, because all the other ones are not that good. Or you could probably put the one from Alien versus Predator. But Predator, again, this is one of those guys where he is bred for hunting humans, hunting overall trained people. Like, if you've never watched any of the Predator movies, they like to hunt the most experienced, the person with the most tactics, and the people with the most skill. They like to hunt. They like to be a hard hunt, but a good hunt. So, again, they're stronger than humans. They're smarter than humans. Their technology is way better. What are their enhanced strength, enhanced speed, enhanced durability? And again, I underlined hunting skills. Hunting skills is one of the things that I think is a big thing for the Predator to actually defeat Michael Myers, because Michael Myers likes to do all these sneak attacks. He comes out of nowhere and then he sneaks attack you. It's kind of hard to do with someone like the Predator, who's can actually hide from Michael Myers and has a cloaking device where he goes invisible and he can do the sneak attack on Michael Myers. And also, he has all these other equipment, like, again, Master Combatant. He has a biomask, plate armor, wrist gauntlet with that can blow himself up, wrist blades. I think that's one of the things that will probably kill Michael Myers. He's going to probably kill him with the wrist blade. Close combat. Someone who's actually strong, who's actually would actually maybe give Predator a little bit of a problem with strength. But again, I think the Predator would like that, and he would go on the hunt to kill Michael Myers. I don't think it would take that long to actually kill Michael Myers for the Predator. But again, hunting skills is probably the number one thing. It's going to be hard for Michael Myers to do a sneak attack on the Predator. Number 5. I just wanted to put this guy in. This is probably one of my favorite action stars, action movies, franchise, in probably the last, decade. John Wick. John Wick is just an overall badass. His proficiency with guns, great assassin, doesn't quit. Have you seen John Wick 3, where he gets shot off, falls off like I don't know how many story off a hotel roof, and he survives, and now he's coming back. And just John Wick is just overall badass. Again, he's in a combat, hand-to-hand combat is through the roof. His gun proficiency is through the roof, and just overall distance. Again, another person who can fight from a distance. I don't think anybody else is gonna disagree with me. John Wick versus Michael Myers. I think John Wick got it. I think might be a little bit of a problem if he does hand-to-hand combat, because Michael Myers is pretty strong. But I think from a distance, if John Wick keeps his distance and shoots maybe with shotguns and whatever guns that he has to shoot from a distance. And again, overall badass. I just like John Wick. This is just one of my things. I just wanted to put him on my list. Number 4, I wanted to put someone with actual powers. I know a Blade has powers, but this one is like a little bit of an overpowered kind of thing. So I gotta put Jay Garrick. But just again, the speed alone, super speed, can probably run at the speed of light, can phase through stuff. So Flash is known to be able to phase his make his molecules so fast it can actually phase through objects. And if you've seen the Flash show, they can actually phase through the human body. So they can actually phase and probably take out Michael Myers' heart. I don't think Michael Myers is going to survive his heart getting taken out. So, and I don't think Michael Myers is actually that fast. He usually walks really slow. So I think speed alone is just going to overpower whatever Michael Myers can actually do. And again, not really, Flash is not really known for his hand-to-hand combat. But again, he can see stuff at like super... he's so fast that everything else is just super slow to him. So he's going to dodge anything that Michael Myers has. And the Flash actually has, super healing. So anything that Michael Myers is actually going to dish out, Flash just runs away, super heals, comes back, and actually defeats Michael Myers like that. Coming in at number 3. This is one of those things where I don't think it would actually be a great movie, but it would just be a great showdown. The Terminator. The Terminator versus Michael Myers. Terminator has this in the bag. Like, no chance that Michael Myers is actually going to defeat the Terminator. Again, what does Michael Myers has? He never really uses a gun. All he uses is just a knife and a brute force. You're not going to do that on the Terminator. And the Terminator is actually... You're not going to do a sneak attack on the Terminator. Motion tracking, search modes, facial ID recognition, and it has extensive vision enhancement capabilities. Like, you're not going to do a sneak attack on the Terminator. You're not going to beat him with brute force. You're not going to beat him by just stabbing him. Again, and the Terminator is probably super strong and not really super fast, but in my throat. But the Terminator is not super fast, but probably same strength as Michael Myers, probably the same fighting capabilities, and actually can probably fight from a distance, very proficient in every gun, and probably has files on Michael Myers and how to defeat Michael Myers. So overall, I think everything that Michael Myers can do to a regular human cannot do to the Terminator. One might be a little bit of a harder fight, but coming in at number 2 is Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. Now, the reason why I chose Daredevil is because Daredevil, if you don't know who Daredevil is, he's actually blind, but his other senses are actually superhuman. Like his hearing is actually superhuman. He's actually a great hand-to-hand combat person. His other senses are like heightened to a superhuman level, especially his hearing. Like his hearing is actually superhuman level. Also great at hand-to-hand combat. And what Michael Myers is, what I've noticed from all of his movies, he likes to do a sneak attack on all of his victims. You're not going to do a sneak attack on Daredevil, and he actually has other weapons that he uses, and he actually cannot really do a sneak attack on Daredevil because of his superhuman hearing. So it's going to be hard for him to do a sneak attack on Daredevil, and for some reason Michael Myers likes to attack at night when it's dark, when no one can see. Guess who can see in the dark? Not really see, but like his senses are heightened. He doesn't need the light to see Daredevil. So you're not gonna. Daredevil's probably gonna make it even more pitch black, and Michael Myers is not gonna know what to do. And I think Daredevil has the upper hand. Again, maybe hand-to-hand combat. This would be a little bit of a closer fight because Daredevil doesn't have that many array of weapons, but he's actually really good hand-to-hand combat. But I think the overall thing is the sneak attack, which I don't think Michael Myers would be able to actually do a sneak attack on Daredevil. But again, this one would actually probably be a really close fight. And coming in at number 1, you probably are not too surprised this is coming in at number 1. Yeah. You probably you probably guessed it. Batman. Now, there's so many different versions of Batman. There's so many, Elseworlds. There's so many. Batman's been around for, since 1939. So I chose a version of Batman who I absolutely think could defeat Michael Myers. Batman from the Arkham series. More specifically, probably Arkham City and Arkham Knight. Batman. Again, master of 127 different martial arts, world's greatest detective, a plethora of gadgets, and Batman deals with criminals and villains that are on the level of strength of Michael Myers, like Bane. I don't know if Michael Myers is really that intelligent. He's just super strong. He just kills anybody in sight. It doesn't really matter. But he serial killers before, like Victor Zsasz. Has actually dealt with, fought Superman, he actually has contingency plans to actually neutralize the Justice League. And Batman fights, like people like Bane, Poison Ivy, Titan Joker. Like he's fought on people who are actually stronger than him. So I don't think strength is going to be that much of a factor. Batman, again, excellent hand-to-hand combat. Master of almost every single martial arts. All of his gadgets, like I think the detective mode, see through walls, so I don't think Michael Myers is going to do the sneak attack. His suit is like really impervious to it's actually kind of like bulletproof, some of his suits, so stabbing is not going to really do that much damage to Batman. And I think he just deals with multiple villains who are actually on Michael Myers' caliber. And some of his gadgets that are actually probably be useful against Michael Myers, the exploding gel, where he puts the gel down and he could detonate it from anywhere. So Michael Myers goes over that, explodes them, and knocks them down. A freeze cluster given to him by Mr. Freeze. He throws the bomb at the person, and they freeze in their tracks. Michael Myers might get out of that, but it gives Batman a split second to, decide what to do next. Smoke pellets. Basically, where you can't see where Batman's coming from. So Batman does a sneak attack. And the Batarang he has so many different types of Batarangs. Electric Batarang, a controlled Batarang. Just different Batarangs and stuff like that. So I think that's my list. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment sections below. Did I miss anybody in my list? I didn't want to put super powerful characters like Dr. Manhattan or Superman or someone like a Lucifer kind of thing. I didn't want to put too much powerful people because then it wouldn't be that much of a close of a fight. So I wanted to pick characters who it would be kind of a little bit of a closer fight. So, but let me know in the comment section below what other character should I do a top 10 versus for. So let me know in the comment section below. Like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at talk.comic for exclusive content on TikTok and Instagram. And I will see you guys next week.